What up, guys? This is What of God here. Back at it again with a new What If. This new What If is What If Deku was Spider-Man 2099. And, well then, let's begin this What If, shall we? So this What If will happen when Deku is 17. So you raise a garbage. Nothing. We start this What If off when Deku is 17. Yes, I know. But we would do flashbacks to when he was younger, all that shit. So then, Deku's 17, he made a little company known as Alchemex. And, actually he didn't make it. He joined a company known as Alchemex, my bad. For he is a smart person. He gets all A's on his report card. He went to a special college. And, he always get honorable and stuff like that. He always gets A's like that. So, he was able to graduate college earlier than most people. And Alchemex sees this as a good opportunity for some fresh new looks, to the company. So Deku, joins Alchemex in their acknowledgement to help, save people, sort of thing. And so you do have Deku as he did train in some martial arts, so he knows a little bit of how to fight. But let's continue. So, as we do have Deku, who is, working at Alchemex with his friend, known as Tyler. Hold on. With his friend, known as Tyler Stone. As Tyler's, Anyway. So, Deku. He's working for his friend known as Tyler Stone, who is the boss in a special department, a boss in a special department. As him and Tyler Stone are talking, as Tyler Stone was like, Tyler, and he was like, whoa, Izuku, what do you think about this? As he explains about how they can use spiders in a genetic way, knowing how they can live pretty long. I think, I'm not even fucking sure. Or, he thinks about how they can use spiders to genetically help modify quirkless people and give them a second chance at life. But, with powers of spiders. Now then, Deku, he disagrees with this, as he knows he's quirkless, but at the same time, no. There could be a good side effect. There could be something can go horribly wrong with this. So him and Tyler argue about the situation, as Deku decides to leave for today and let Tyler calm down. And, Tyler is still determined than ever, starts doing his work on genetically trying to alter human DNA. And, he's trying, but he fails every now and then. He fails every time. And, he's getting frustrated. To the point he'll start just skipping, the day of work, start skipping work and whatnot. And yeah. So, as Deku comes one day to the company and, talks to Ty, he's like, look, I'm sorry about what happened, and I put a lot of thought into it. And I agree. I think we should do it. As Tyler was like, really? As Deku was like, yeah, it could help. And since I'm quirkless, I know exactly what it's like. As Tyler was like, yeah. So, after that, they experimented on slicing, you know, spider DNA with human DNA. It took a lot of time, a lot of hard work and determination, but they finally managed to, as they began testing it out, as Deku volunteers to be the first tester. And well, as they were testing it out, it failed traumatically as explosion had been causing a side of the building to explode. As people see it, they immediately rush there to see what's going on. As well, as Deku face looks weird, as he has fangs now, and he looks like a weirdo. As Tyler's like, Izuku, is that you? As Izuku's like, yeah, it's me. Why? As Tyler's like, it worked. It worked. As you know, Tyler is on the side of the building. Well, on the other side, the one that has an open air. Yes. As there's like, what work? As you have Tyler who gets up or tries to, as a piece of rock falls apart, as he slips and falls down. Falls down. And you do have Deku, who then tries to goes at Tyler to save him. As Tyler's, it's pretty high building, and so Deku grabs Tyler by his wrist and he said, "Hold on!" As all of a sudden, Tyler felt a scratch on his forearm or his wrist, or however. As Deku talons, hit Tyler in the wrist or scratch him. As Tyler starts bleeding, and with that blood, he starts slipping, loosening his grip with Izuku. Izuku's trying to hold dear life to save his friend, his only friend that he ever knew. As Deku, as he's trying, hold on. As Tyler's trying his best to hold on, as he slips, and he falls. As he falls on the side of the building, splat, as blood goes everywhere, pieces of brain everywhere, all types are everywhere. As everyone's screaming, as Deku sees this mess, as he sees that his friend died, and as you do have Deku, as then sirens already pulled up, as they start telling Deku to freeze, put your hands up, you terrorists. As you don't know what Izuku looks like, because the explosion basically destroyed the cameras as well. As Deku backs away from the ledge, as he shakes his head, no, this just can't be happening. This can't be real. So as Deku, he walks backwards, as then hears the door being barged in. As Deku says he has to get out of here. They're gonna frame him if he stays any longer. So Deku runs. As he jumps, he knows that he can jump a lot higher, and just surprise him as he jumps. As everyone says, "Look, there he is!" As the cops begin to open fire, as one of the cops manages to barge into the door, as they manage to shoot Deku in the cab. As Deku falls onto the building, he rolls. He screams out in pain as he says, "Gotta continue on. Can't get caught." So as he begins to walk away, as he then begins to heal slowly, but he's not being able to heal, as He then he's now be able to jog a little bit more. So he jogs. He's not able to sprint. So he runs and now he's jumping from building to building until he gets to his house. Oh, and by the way, Deku is on his own. And as he goes in, and well, he goes in as a pretty woman appears on the screen. As a pretty female pulls up as she says, "Hello, welcome back, Mr. Izuku." As Izuku's like, "Hello, Eve." Or, yeah, Eve. As he limps, as he grunts a little bit, as he just sits down. As she's like, "Sir, are you alright? I look into the news and I'm sorry for your loss." As Izuku goes, "Don't worry about it, Eve." No, scratch that. He'll come on pissed off. Why am I? I'm sorry. So scratch that. He came on pissed off and said he starts crying and screaming. Why did this happen? Why did it have to be this way? He walks into his room and he starts crying about it. As trying to get to the funeral, he goes there and well, he sees it as he goes, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that this had to happen." As he looks at his hands, his fingers, as he's like, "What the hell did I do? Was that my quirk? Did it finally activate?" As as Deku says, "Whatever it is, I have to find out what it is and control it. Otherwise, whoever knows who else will die because of me." So, as Deku goes home after the funeral, the company is closed down for construction work. For construction. Sorry. And as that's going on, so that's why the company closed down for now. As when Deku gets home, he tries his best to stop his talents from showing. But every time he closes his fist, he knows that they always retract. So Deku, realizing this, he realized that his talents only reattract when they are close to his skin. And, well, as Deku, he begins testing this out, seeing if he can control it, whatnot. And, well then, when he, puts back two of his finger to his wrist, seeing, how this works, a white fluid shoots out his forearm, sticking itself to the wall. As Deku is confused at this, as then he started to, do it again. As he knows that it did it yet again. So he goes and tests out. He brings it to a lab that he has in his own house. It's a small house. It's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 1 kitchen, 1 living room. It's not too big. He likes to be small. So as he goes in there, he takes the fluid and looks at it, and he knows that it is like webs, spider web to be exact. As Doug is like, amazing. My body conduct this wet fluid. Webs. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So, as that happens, so Deku, he begins to see how much he can create, and he turns out he can create a lot of shit. He can create a lot of them. He has like unlimited. So like, and well, as that happens, Deku begins to see he has any other traits. And he knows that he can lift up, let's say, 600 to 900 pounds. Deku normally can only be able to lift like 300. And that's at his max when he was normal. So he knows that he also has some strength behind this. And he tests to see how much he can lift. So he goes all the way up to 10 tons, which is a lot. As Deku is surprised at this, and well then. And she's like, okay, so superhuman strength. And and webbing plus claws, well, talons to be exact. And he also looks in the mirror, seeing that he also has fangs. Well, and she goes, well, I guess fangs too. As he opens his mouth wide enough to see his fangs, as he sees a little bit of liquid coming off of him, as he takes a little sample, gives it to the lab, it comes back as it's like some type of venom that paralyzes you. So Deku, realizing that he also has some paralyzing bite to go with that, and well, Deku begins training on how to control his powers, his newfound abilities. Within these 10 months, yes, 10 months. No, I'm saying 10 months is next year. So he's 17 now, right? He's 17 now, and well, he begins his training, trying to trying to see what he can do. Later on, he one day goes out at night, going to test out his newfound abilities on people. So one day he's just swinging on the buildings because he's training on how to swing, because he knows that these webs are used for something else, can be used for something else as well, not just for shooting. So this is a good way for him to practice and train on his web swinging. So he does just that, as he swings along the buildings, looking for anything to do, crime fighting something. As well then, as he's swinging, he sees a group of men following this one female. And, well, as he perched down on the pole, looking to see where these men are going. Because he just figured that they're just a group of men walking. They're just probably going to go to a different direction and do just that. He doesn't want to make any assumptions because, well, that'd just be completely wrong. As, well, he followed them, and it took a long time. So he gets that they're just following this girl, and she gets scared. Well, what she decides to do is she ducks into an alleyway. She ducks into an alleyway to get away from them, which it works just a little bit. She managed to get away from them because she sees that they were actually just keep on walking straight. So that he bypassed this, but he wants to make sure that this girl is okay and that no one's gonna attack her. So he swings to the other building and looks down and follows her. As well, these same group of men, well, are on the other side. As he's like, well then, look here, boys. Look what we have here. Just a little girl, all alone. Hey, girlie, all you need to do is just drop your bags and give us your money, along with your bags, if you don't mind. As this girl was like, no, I have to get this back home. My mama sent me to get groceries, and I have to take them back home. As the man like, oh, well, listen here, little girl. You can take my groceries home. That's a memorable laugh, like good one. It's like, yeah, I know. As Deku, you know, he then looks, as he knows that his vision is wildly enhanced for some reason. He knows that the dude had a gun on the inside of his hip, even though they're 30 feet away. He can still see him as he marks that down as he goes enhanced vision. Check. So, as Deku, you know, oh, I'm sorry. As then this dude was like, "Come on, girl, give us your purse." As Deku, he gets a little closer so he can hear as to what they're saying. He gets a little bit closer and he knows that he can hear perfectly fine. And he's wondering, does he have some hearing? I mean, how close he got? He got like 25 feet. He got to like when he's like 25 feet away from them. No. I'll say 10. No. I'll say when they're like 15 feet apart from each other. That's how close he is. As he knows that, well, he has some really good hearing because he can hear exactly what they're saying, even though they're a lot farther from him. So he checks it down. Super hearing. Check. As they just continue. As the girl goes, "No, I can't." As the dude's like, "Oh, you don't have to, little girl. We'll do it for you." As he snapped his fingers, as she was going to run the other way, but that way got blocked by another group of men. As they start crowding her, as they begin to try to do something, but right before they can get their hand on her clothing, that's when one of her hands gets webbed to a wall. As Deku, he's wearing just a typical hoodie. His favorite color, which is navy, dark blue. As a dark blue hoodie with a red face mask on. As he goes, "Now, boys, what were you just about to do to the pretty young girl?" As the group of men was like, "None of your damn business, kid. Get going. You don't want any problems." As Izuku, he has fingerless gloves because the talons, my bad. As Deku goes, as he, his hands are out, as he goes, "Oh, what I do?" As I see his talons, are like, "Oh, what's that, your quirk? What are you? Some type of weirdo? Some freak?" As Deku goes, "No, I'm someone much, much more scarier." As he runs toward them, as he punches one of them, as he's dodging their moves left and right. As one of them pulls out a gun without him knowing it and shoots it. As all of a sudden he gets this weird sense, this thing that triggers in his head. It's like a warning telling him to dodge. As Deku dodged as a bullet hit another man in the head, killing him. As Deku's like, "What the hell? What was that?" Right before he gets hit, the warning happened yet again. So he flips over as he webs one of the dude's hand, yanks it back, breaking it, popping it out of place as well. As Deku jumps and kicks him in the face, he's scratching just a little bit because his talons are on his feet as well. As Deku, he begins to fight him, and he welds them all up into one single ball, and, well, he does exactly that. As Deku, he goes and looks at the girl and asks her if she was okay. As she goes, "Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. Thank you for saving me. And you have such a powerful quirk." As Deku goes, "Well, that is what Yeah, he does. He says thank you and you're welcome. And she's like, what's your name? I never seen a hero like you before. And Sticky goes, I'm not no hero. Not yet, at least. I'm just a man who saw a girl in distress and I just wanted to help. That's all. And she goes, interesting. Well, thank you yet again for saving me. And Sticky goes, well, you're welcome. As then he jumps up after he says, well, see you later. Hopefully, not really. But when we do, I hope it's okay. I hope it's on good terms. As you know, Deku basically jumps up and he starts swinging away. As then he swings and swings at night. Just putting criminals in their place. As the cops are called towards the lady, and they start getting this all over the city. As they're like, it's the same all over the city. Group of men, so covering webs all together in bundle. Who is this guy? And what should we call it? Who is this guy, anyways? What is he, a vigilante, a hero? As Aizawa was like, he's new though. He's not a hero. I can tell you that. Because if he was a hero, he would have stuck around and told us what happened. I think he's a vigilante. I think he's a new vigilante trying to make a name for himself. As the cops are like, interesting. They're very interesting. So, basically, after that, Deku does as he swings, and it's still nighttime. As Deku, he swings by a bank. As all of a sudden there was an explosion. As Deku stopped and lands. After he rolled, saving his leg, protecting himself from falling. As he lands, he's like, what the hell? What the fuck just happened? As all of a sudden, you see shockwaves appearing out of the bank. As the cops are like, freeze, put your hands up right now. As shockwaves just hits them as the cop cars get sent back. As Deku, he jumps down before this man hits another innocent person. So as he's going to hit someone, Deku webs his arm and yanks it back as he comes in with a kick him in the face as the dude gets sent back into the bank. As Deku lands, he says, you okay, officer? As the officer's like, yeah, thank you. Who are you? As he goes, who am I? I'm just some guy trying to help. As Deku says, if you don't mind, I'll have to go in there and handle things. As the cop, he says, I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to arrest you for vigilantism. If you don't have a hero name or a hero license, you are not allowed here. Sorry. And as Dick says, that's understandable, officers, but I'm going to have to decline that. And I'm going to have to go in anyway. So as Deku jumps in there through the ceiling, guess, why the fuck not? As he goes, well then. First night for everything, I guess. I just took down a couple criminals. Now I get to fight what seems to be a villain. As, this guy, he's like, and who are you supposed to be killed? He goes, who the hell are you, kid? As Deku goes, who am I? I'm the guy who's gonna stop you. As he goes, sure, kid, whatever. You can believe whatever you say. You can believe whatever you want. As, that happens. So, As Deku, he runs in there, he starts shooting webs. As this dude starts, dodging them, not all of them, as one of them hits his leg. As then, he's like, what the fuck is this? As Deku says, oh, that's just my webs. Yeah, good luck getting out. As he goes, I don't need luck, kid. As he just yanks it out. As Deku's like, oh, well then, that's new. As the dude says, kid, you have no idea. Well, I don't like killing kids, but you're in my way, and I will kill you. As he shoots out shockwaves at Deku, as Deku jumps over one, as he starts dodging all he can, as that happens, right? So, as Deku starts web slinging towards him, dodging his move, everything, as he goes and slash at the dude's gauntlets, as one of them is destroyed. As the dude, this guy, he turns around and hits Deku, using his shockwaves and sending Deku back into the wall. As Deku hits the wall, as then he goes, oh shit. As right before he falls, he uses his talents to grab into the wall, stop him from falling. As he goes, well then, that's interesting. I always want to know what it's like to get hit by a sonic wave. That's not comfortable. As Deku, sees as Shocker, he's like, well, kid, it was nice playing with you, but I'm gonna have to kill you now. And so, that's it. As Deku's like, shit. So after that, they continue their fight as, he's still, shooting out, waves, shock waves. I don't think that's what they are, but anyways, he shoots them out. As Deku webs his fist up, as he goes, nah, we ain't doing that again. As Deku runs, as he puts, he shoots out two webs, and he yanks himself forward. He kicks, Shocker as he chips him down. Shocker, hits the wall. As he goes, ugh. As Deku's like, well then, sorry, but I guess the bank is now closed due to maintenance. That sounds. I should probably add that to some things. Anyways, well then, see you later, Luke. See you later. As Shocker gets up, he goes, no, damn that. I don't need these fucking gauntlets. As he rips them off, he's like, they only amplify them anyways. My power may be weak, but I'm gonna still do what I can. As he shoots out, still fighting. As there's, oh shit, come on, man. Just give her a break. I beat you. This is a hero versus villain type thing. I win, you lose. Just stay down. As he goes, no, I am Shocker. I don't stand down for no one. As Deku's like, who? Shocker. That's a pretty cool name, but like, still though, huh? As Deku runs. As then he jumps over him. He's like, well then, sorry, but this is gonna hurt a little bit. As he, bites down on his neck. Pause. As he's paralyzed just for a little bit. As Deku knocks him out cold. As that happens, right? So after that, Deku was him up, throws him outside the police, and he jumps out the same way he came in. And he's now swinging back home, and let's cut that. So he swings in the back of his house. He just takes off the jacket and the mask as he just goes in the front and opens the door like nothing happened. As Eve pulls up and she says, "Welcome back home, Mr. Izuku." As Izuku goes, "Hello, Eve. How was it?" "Hey, Eve." As Eve's like, How was your night, Mr. Izuku?" He goes, "It was nothing at all. Pretty boring, but nevertheless, it was nothing." So he goes, "Eve, check the news check the news, please." As she goes, "Right away." So she turns on the news, and she goes, "Here you go." And she's like, "Thank you." And she says, "You're welcome." After that, there you see that news people are now talking about this mysterious vigilante who just took down Shocker. And, well, as she goes, the suspect, as she goes, the policemen are still trying to track down this vigilante, along with the the pro hero, Eraserhead. As she goes to Eraserhead saying, "Tell me, Eraserhead, how are you going to track down this vigilante?" As Eraserhead says, "We'll track him down when there's a crime happening. In 9 out of 10, time out of 10, he will be there. Just like tonight. He was here in the bank robbery because he was nearby. So I'm going to send every policeman in the department all over places that villains might attack and places where villains probably won't attack. Either way, we're going to capture both the villains and the criminals along with that vigilante." She goes, "Well, what do you think this vigilante is calling himself?" She goes, "I don't really care. Honestly, I want him locked up. Vigilantism is against the law, and he broke it. No matter what, he will be arrested." And after that, he says, "No, if you don't excuse me, I have to get going." And she says, "Of course." So he leaves as Deku's like, what was that? I guess I should start making a costume. Can't go out at night every time with just a jacket and a mask. Sooner or later, they're going to find out my identity. Well, might as well get started." And she goes, "Eve, please, please, put on my list to things to go by." And she says, "Yes, sir. What is the list? What is on the list?" As he explains everything that's going to be on the list, she says, "Right away, sir. I will order it, and it should be arriving in a couple of weeks." Hestega says, "Good. Now then, let's begin." As Deku is now creating, drawing the design-wise, she goes, "Nope, that's not going to cut it." While doing that, he's also going out at night and fighting criminals. Not villains. As we cut to the night before, all his materials come in. As Deku's swinging by, and he noticed that there's a museum. And he checks it in as he sees a black figure running into the museum. As Deku says, that doesn't look suspicious at all. So as Deku swings to the museum, as then he goes and sees where the figure went to. She sees that there's an opening in the museum. So Deku zips up there with his webs as he crawls in there. As he just does his thing, right? And so, as you do have Deku, as he is now in the museum, and he's walking around, he's trying to find the black figure. As he's like, okay then, where could that person have gone? They could have gone too far, could they? As he sees the black figure, he goes and see what that person's doing. As then he sees that the figure is a female. So he goes, oh, it's a her. Interesting. Never fought a female. My mom always taught me to never put her hands on women. Unlike someone I know. As we do a little flashback to the time where Izuku came home late and all bruised up from another beating up by Bakio. As, well, he goes in, he hears his mother and his father arguing. As that happens, right? So he sees his mom arguing with his dad, or what he thought is his dad. As, he sees her getting hit by, his father age figure. As his father figure starts yelling at her for being a dumb bitch and for not doing anything fucking right. As he's confused as to what's going on. As Inko looks up at him, as his father looks down at him, or who he thinks is his father, anyways. As that's the end of the flashback, as Stega says, come on, Izuku. Yes, that was old time. He's behind bars now. So you can relax. As he's like, I wonder how my mom's doing. Focus, Deku, focus. Focus, Izuku. As sees the figure cutting a hole through the circle, as she goes in and steals a special jewelry, as she thinks she got a clean getaway. She's going to run out. Same when she came in, as Deku came in, is like, and he goes, well, look what we have here. What do you think you're finna do or go with that jewel? And she goes, well, wouldn't you like to know? As Durga says, yeah, that's why I asked. She goes, well, I would tell you, but it's a secret, doll. You would understand. As, she walks behind him and, turns a little bit. She goes, it was nice meeting you. As she goes, wait, aren't you that new vigilante who's going around webbing people up and knocking them out? As Dick goes, yeah. Name's Spider-Man, by the way. And he goes, Spider-Man, huh? Catchy. I like it. Just like I like you. Huh, handsome? As he goes, yeah. Whatever. Anyways, give me that jewel and give him that jewel and I'll let you go. But off with a warning. But if you don't, I'll have to take you down by force. And she goes, oh, really? You'll take me down by force, even if I'm a girl? And he goes, even if you're a girl, it doesn't matter. I don't see anything about gender and villains or criminals. If you're a criminal, I'll treat you like anybody. And she goes, ooh. Well then, handsome, how about you take it from me? If you catch up to me, then I'll give you the jewel. But if not, I get to keep it. As Deku says, fine, whatever. I'm gonna catch up to you. And she goes, okay then, handsome, let's see if you can really. As she throws a smoke bomb down, as Deku starts coughing, what the hell? And she says, come on, Spider, come catch me. As she hops in through the area he went through, as Deku, the smoke clears, as Deku says, Oh, I gotta stop her. As he runs, as he zips up there, calls through there, and exits out. As Deku, he lands on the floor, he looks around. He sees her, and she just, there she is. As Deku jumps up and zips over there. As now he is swinging along, trying to catch up to her. As he's like, you might want to stop. I'm gonna catch up to you. And she says, oh, you are now, huh? Well, this is gonna be a fun game if you did. As she jumps down really quick, as Deku says, oh shit. As she, wets back. As then he begins to, swing down there. As he lands on the building, trying to look to see where she at. He's like, alright, come on, Deku, come on. As he knows that his vision is really good, and that he can see in the dark. So as he's looking around, as he sees her yet again, he goes, there you are. As he jumps down, as he wets her legs, as she stops, and she almost fell along with the jewelry. As Deku catches both her and the jewels, as he goes, gotcha. As she says, which one? As he says, both. As she says, aw, you're such a cutie. You won't have me, sweetie. You just have a copy. As all of a sudden, it just, poof. As Deku says, what the hell? Oh, she's good. Really good. As he goes, well, at least I have the drill now. So he's like, I should bring this back to the museum. So he goes back to the museum, puts it there as, well then, the security guard comes in just at the wrong time. As Deku just had his arm in there, it looks like he's about to take it. So the security guard tells Deku to freeze, put his hand up. As Deku says, look man, it's not what it looks like. I came here to put it back, not take it or anything like it. As he says, put your hands up and and take off the hood now. As Deku says, see, I would do that, but that's the thing. It's all part of the secret identity thing. Well then, sorry about this. I know you're just trying to do your job and I respect that, but I'm just gonna have to do this. As he webs, the dude hands, and he webs the gun out of his hand. He says, have a nice night, sir. As Deku leaves out and swings back home. As he goes through the same way, as he goes, Eve, when are the materials arriving? As she goes, tomorrow, sir, tomorrow. As she says, good. And how long is it till the Alchemist company is complete? And she goes, not too long, just a couple more months and it should be completely better. And as Izuku says, congrats. As he goes, yeah, good, thank you. So as he goes, and he sleeps about the night that he just had. As he wakes up, he's like, why am I thinking about her? This makes no sense. That again, none of this makes sense. As Deku gets up, he stretches, he gets up, he walks out, and he sees that there is a package in front of his door, and he goes and checks it out, as he knows that it's the materials he work. So, as he does just that. And so he begins to bring inside. He's like, Eve, looks like we're gonna have out all day. Looks like we're gonna be doing some things all day. And I think I found a way for you to help me out at night. And she's like, what do you mean by that, sir? As he goes, Eve, you can't tell no one about this. Especially the cops and the authorities. I understand? And she goes, yes, sir. And she says, great. I am the vigilante. She goes, "Oh, was that all, sir?" She says, "Yeah." And what do you mean, is that all? And she goes, "Well, we do have security cameras outside the house, sir. And I am the head of security here. Well, I am the only security person in here. So I did see you walk in and out a few times at night, dressed up as the vigilante." And she goes, "Oh, then, now that I got that off my chest, let's find a way for you to accompany accompany me on my night outs." And she goes, "Well, of course, sir." So after that, Deku creates his suit, which is exactly what you see, which is this a much clearer, a clearer look at it. As Deku created these blades, now they're a lot more shorter. All right, they're like this, that short. And he has an arm, as he does have the web cape, the web glider. As well, he does create this big symbol, this big spider symbol on his chest, as yeah, kind of blue and red, but except for it's dark blue. And well, obviously it's always been dark blue. But yeah, as then it's new night. He to test out his suit capabilities. As he finished uploading Eve to his suit, as he goes, "Okay, Eve, now that you're into my suit, let's begin, shall we?" As Eve's like, "Yes, where are we gonna go for the first night, Izuku?" And she says, "You tell me, Eve. I'll allow you to hack into the police department, well, the police department, and give me any info you can on, well, any criminal activities or such not." And she goes, "Of course, of course." As Deku says, "Sooner or later, I'll find a way to have you be able to come with me everywhere I go. But for right now, I think this is best." As she goes, "Yeah, of course, Izuku." So after that, Deku, he's out swinging with his new suit, as Deku finally gets a group of men trying to rob an elderly person. This elderly man, uh, well, Deku jumps down, as the criminals are like, "It's Spider-Man. What the hell is he doing here?" As Deku says, "Oh, well then, I guess word got around town about me, huh? Well, that's good. I'm doing here is a good question. Is it because of you trying to steal from an elderly man? Or is it because... Actually, I think that's it. Now then, I'll need you to stop stealing from him and leave. Otherwise, I'll have to beat you up. And I kind of want to do that. So, go right ahead." As they're like, "Nah, we want to kill you instead." As these group of men start using their quirks. One of them has an earthquake quirk, pretty minor. It only goes up to like 10 feet. One has a strength quirk. One has an weak ice quirk. Another has a weak lightning quirk, but still pretty good. As Deku's taking them down with ease because he trained and trained. So after he beats them down and he asks the old man if he needs any help getting home. The old man telling him no, he's perfectly fine. He'll just order a cab and get a ride from them. As Dick says, "That's okay. I'll just stay here until the cab comes, so that way you can So that way, no one at least will come and fuck with you. The old man says, "Thank you, young man." As Deku says, "No problem." As he goes and drives them all and webs them together, he goes, a little gift for the policemen when they come by. As the old man chokes like, "You youngsters." After that, Deku, he leaves. Well, he's still there. He just left until the old man leaves. So he went out to the building and waited till the old man left. As, he's like, "Wow, Zuko, you're really good at this." As Zuko goes, "Yeah. Well, I've been doing this for like the past couple of months now. So, it's pretty easy to handle." After that, you do have Deku. Uh, Deku, he's just swinging along. After that, he gets home. He takes a rest. As he times get to about a year now. So Deku made a name for himself as Spider-Man, or sometimes known as the Spider Ghost. So, uh, well, Deku took down Shocker. He had some fights with Black Cat. No, he didn't. He didn't even see her until like later on. And as we cut to like a year, as before it's the end of the year, Deku is once again just randomly walking by as he overhears some people talking. As he hears people saying, "Did you hear? There is like this weird lizard thingy at night. They say that it haunts the sewers, and that it comes out to just kill people and munch on them." I'm confused as it is, but I think it's just rumors. Or it could just be a quirk animal. Or it could just be a deranged lunatic who enjoys killing. And that's the person like, "Really? That's dangerous. What the police are doing?" Uh, he's like, "The police aren't doing nothing. They're trying to, I know they're trying their best, but still, they could at least check the sewers." As Deku is like, "What's in the sewers?" He just randomly barged in. He already heard the conversation, but like, he just want to make sure that they weren't making out lies. As he goes, "Oh, there's been rumors about a lizard man in the sewers who's killing people." And, he's all over the internet. Look, as he shows on the website, Deku's like, "Huh, that's interesting." As Deku goes home and dress up, she doesn't wait till night. He immediately leaves the house. Oh, and by the way, Alchemix is almost done being rebuilt. And, Deku, he just slips out of the house and just starts swinging in broad daylight. As people are like, "Look, is that Spider-Man? I thought he only came out at night. Hence the name Spider Ghost. But I guess he also comes out at daytime." As Deku swinging by, as you do see Aizawa, who just sees Deku, as he's like, "What is he doing?" As Aizawa goes and he don't have his scarf on. He has to do with put on goggles. I mean, like, not even that. But like, he just runs. It's his day out, but he wants to know what Deku's doing. So as Deku is doing, swinging along, as then he gets to the sewer, the entrance. As he lands, he goes, "Well then, I guess it's time for us to go in and get smelly, huh, Eve?" And she goes, "Yeah. I'll make sure that the bath is nice and warm, or hot." As Zuko says, "Thank you." As he jumps down, as Azawa sees him jump in, so he jumps in as well. And, well, so Deku is now swinging in the bath in the sewers. Now, I'm saying it's not too big to where he can swing. So, like, Deku is just crawling on the walls. He doesn't want to walk in the water. It's too disgusting for him. So, as he's crawling on the walls, And he's like, well then, good thing I can at least crawl on walls, huh? It'd been a bummer if I couldn't. So he's like, yeah, how does that even work anyways? Well, honestly, I don't know myself yet. But it appears that they can just jag into the walls, that's it. But it doesn't leave like any marks or nothing. It's very weird. But nevertheless, it's okay. So as Decky's walking on the side of the wall, I do have Aizawa. Well, I'm gonna say, I'll give Aizawa a little boost. A little buff. I would say his scarf can like jab into the fucking little cracks. So I would say he's swinging technically, cause yeah, I don't want my boy to go and walk in the water. So as Deku is towards the end, as he sees there's a big ass lair. It's like a abandoned abandoned what you call it, abandoned sewer drain or abandoned sewer. So he sees that, he goes, huh, interesting. So he crawls on the side of the wall up. Then he sees something he can at least land on, so he jumps down there and lands. He goes, huh, interesting. Where is this place? As he's looking around, he's like, this must be the place where that guy was talking about. You know. So, you do, huh? Yeah, wow. Okay. So, Deku pretty much does just that. And well, with that being said, you do have Deku as, Deku, he's like, I have a feeling that I'm being watched. As Eve's like, probably because you are. Look behind you. As he looks behind him, as he sees that, AC Racerhead. Well, it's out. He doesn't say anything just yet, because he wants to focus on finding out if this myth is real, if this rumor is real. So he's like, keep an eye on him. I have to make sure that I have to see if this rumor is true. And she goes, right. So as she's doing that, as Deku, he's walking on the pathway, as he's like, there's nothing suspicious here. As then he's like, oh wait, as the spider sense are tingling. As like, my spider sense, they're going crazy. As he goes, yeah, I can see that. Your head, your brain, it's going haywire. As he goes, something's happening. As all of a sudden, a big ass creature jumps out trying to bite Deku. As Deku jumps out the way, just barely. He just got a little scratch on him. As he holds his arm, he's like, damn, the fuck? What the hell? As he looks and he sees a giant creature with a long tail, sharp claws, sharp fangs, with a loud coat and, purple, just a loud coat. And he goes, what the hell? That thing is real. As Dick goes, huh? Anyways, so after that, you do have Deku. Oh shit. I'm sorry. I'm busy watching TV. So, after that, right? Deku's now in battle out with the lizard dude. And she's like, huh. Why does he have a lab coat on? Hey, Eve, check this out. I was like, yeah, I'm seeing this. But I don't know what's happening. I honestly don't. As he goes, yeah, this is a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. As they're in the battle, as Deku is getting his shit fucked and up. He's getting his shit fucked up, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Because this lizard is much more brutal at fighting. And, well, yeah. So, This lizard's going all out. He's scratching. He's all animalistic. And Deku's like, oh shit, he's dodging, but he's getting scratched. He's bleeding. As he jumps up webs, as he starts shooting out webs, then he tries to claw at, well, the lizard. It does penetrate because, yeah, but not so much. As Deku just yanks his fucking hand out as he turns and flips over, and he goes to kick the lizard as the lizard goes back in the water. As Deku breathes heavily, damn, that beast is ravish. And as then he's like, damn it. As he leans against the wall, he's pretty badly injured. The lizard's not even injured that much, but like, as Deku leans against the wall, he goes, damn, the fuck. As, well, you do have Izuku, his spirit sense go yet again. He's like, oh no, don't tell me. As he dodges it, just, it's on time to be honest with you. As it's a tail. As Deku goes, holy shit. As Deku just starts swinging away best he can. As the lizard comes out, trying to grab Deku by the leg and drag him to the water to kill him and eat him alive. As that's when a white scarf appears, wraps around the arms, wraps around Izuku's waist, as he gets yanked towards Aizawa, aka Eraserhead. As Izuku says, he goes, Eraserhead, hey, what are you doing here? As you know, Aizawa was like, I was going to ask you the same thing, but I can see why you're doing here. So, who is that guy? As Deku says, I don't know. All I know is that he's wearing a lab coat. That's all. I'm not sure if this is a quirk or an experimentation. But either way, try to see if you can erase it. So as Aizawa says, right, I'll try. As Aizawa does just that. And well, it erased a quirk actually. It did erase something. It just didn't erase his animalistic form. Because that part is an experimentation. But his human side actually does have a quirk. And, well, he erased that. So now, yeah, as I says, I did erase something. But it didn't involve his looks and anything. As Dick says, of course not. Why would it make it easy? As Deku gets up after, a little bit of healing. As Deku says, Eve, see if you can find a weak spot to him. As she goes, yes, of course, Spider-Man. So, as she's looking around, and he's like, she's saying, well, lizards generally have a weak spot within their belly, so try to hit there. As Dick says, try to hit underneath his underbelly. I believe that's where the weak spot is. As I was like, right. So as they started going towards, well, the lizard, they aim for the underbelly. Yes, it's working, the lizard's feeling the pain. As Deku, he's not blocking him. He's dodging him, so is Aizawa. As the group works perfectly well in sync, actually. They both technically can swing. They both technically have webs, but obviously one's a scarf. But still, they work perfectly well with each other, actually. They synchronize. As after they defeated, the lizard, as he turns back into a human, after he defeated, as he's knocked out cold, as they can notice that he's missing a limb. As he goes and checks it out, as he sees it's an tech, he says, it's a Dr. Kurt Connors. And she looks up to Aizawa, as I was like, He's at least scientist in the Oscorp Industries. I believe so. As Deku says, wait, he's not in Oscorp? What do you mean? It says he works for Akamex. As Aizawa says, how would an Akamex employee do such a thing? As Deku says, I don't know. As Aizawa was like, look here. I'll let you fly with this as a warning. But next time, I will take you in. Now get out of here. I'll take it from here. As Izuku says, thank you. As, you know, he goes and he zips out of there. He starts crawling out the sewer. Deku says, I smell. Ugh. As she says, yeah, I just ran you a hot bath. As Deku says, thank you. As, well, that happens. So as Deku says, he exits out, after he gets home, he exits out the shower, washes his costume, took all night. Next morning, so that's what, as the next morning continued. So that's what happened with that year. He fought Shocker, Black Cat, well, soon to be Black Cat. No, her name is Black Cat. She's known as the best jewelry thief ever. Not just that, she also stood technology. But anyways, so he fought Black. He didn't really fight Black Cat, but he fought Lizard. So the next year is him 18, and yeah, like I said, he made a name for himself as Spider-Man. So then, now, as that all happens, okay, I think he was acting out of the shower one day, and he's like, Eve, and she says, yes. He's like, when are you ever gonna stop looking like that? And she goes, what do you mean? And he said, you've been in that form for nearly a year. You can stop looking like that, you know that, right? And she goes, but it's so much comfortable. As Yugu goes, come on. You can stop, come on. Be looking normal for once, okay? And she goes, fine. So she transformed to a human. Yeah, bitch, surprise, surprise. Eve has a quirk, which is a AI quirk. Basically, she could turn into a artificial intelligence, I guess. But she could turn like she could turn into this, basically. But it's like electricity in a little bit. It's like I said, she can pretty much do whatever. Yeah. And in this form, she's basically can't be touched. But Deku knows a way to take her down, just in case. He's kind of like yeah. So, hold on. As well, that's what happens. So Eve is a girl who has a quirk like that, and yeah, she looks in her human form. She looks exactly like that, but like pale and brown hair and a white dress. Now then, so it's now the beginning of the 10 months of training. So Izuku did for this 10 months of training. Let's start off. 1, he fights Aizawa. 2, he fights. Let's say he fights Scorpion. Nah, yeah, he's not ready for that. I'll say he fights Hobgoblin. He also fights Black Cat, and then he fights Rhino. Yeah, that seems pretty good. So then, let's begin. So we have Deku, as it's now the beginning of 10 months of training. As him and Eve, now this is not the ship. Eve sees Deku as a brother figure, and Izuku sees Eve as a sister figure. So they just think that's disgusting with each other to think of. When Eve doesn't think that type of shit. As well, that happens, right? So for the first month, Deku yet again does his thing as he goes and fights criminals, take them down, and now he's looking to this group calling himself as the League of Villains. And well then, he wants them to take them down so that way they won't cause problems in the near future. Because that's what he sees down the line if he doesn't do anything about it. Anyways, so with that being said, we do have Deku. As one night, but anyways, so as Deku, yet again, he's tracking illegal villains, concealing his threat in the near future. As one day, when he's tracking them down, his spider sense goes off as he dodges a scarf. As he knows exactly who this is, as he goes, Eraserhead, why are you chasing me? As the Eraserhead goes, I told you, didn't I? After that battle we had, that if I found you doing any type of vigilante work, I will arrest you. And that's exactly what I'm planning on doing. As Deku's like, what? I'm trying to track down this group of villains before it gets any worse than it already is. As, you know, Izuku goes, well, you plan on taking me in. I'm not going in without a fight. And you can expect me to fight you, Aizawa. Because I'm not going to hold back. And believe me, if I don't hold back, you'll die. As Aizawa was like, well then, I guess we had to find evil terms now, do we? As Zika says, what do you mean? As, Aizawa goes, I'm telling you, no. As he opens his eyes up, as he says, and Zika says, oh, this isn't a quirk, by the way. So you can't really do nothing to me. So, have fun. As Deku goes and they begin their fighting. As, Aizawa's getting his ass handed to because Deku's much stronger than him. Faster, his reflexes are way better. He's like, yeah, Aizawa gets his ass beat, but still. Aizawa gets some hits in on Deku. As that happens, right? As Aizawa falls to the ground as Deku says, look here, Aizawa. I'm an Eraserhead. I like you, okay? You're one of the heroes that I should look up to. And you're the reason why I'm going to UA to begin with. You inspired me to go to UA. So I don't want to hurt you. But I'll let you off for this warning. Please don't get in my way. And if you are, at least try to help me. As I was says, very well then. As Izuku says, good. I'm glad you can be on equal terms. Now then, I'm tracking down this group of villains calling themselves the League of Villains. They're causing mayhem in the streets by sending out little goons every once in a while, and I'm cleaning up. So I can use your help with this. I can't do this alone. And you're a pro hero by my side. As is always like, why? As he goes, so that way you can get the credit. I don't need to have the credits. I don't need people to bash my name. Spider-Man. And I don't need villains to be on my ass. I have loved ones that I need to take care of. As Aizawa says, very well then. Sorry. As he goes, very well then. I won't say anything. And as Izuku says, thank you. After that, Aizawa says, so, who are these League of Villains? Sticker says, well, these League of Villains are a group of villains who are trying to do some things so that way they can come out on top. I don't know what they plan on doing, but there's obviously nothing good. Now, I'm tracking them down, but I can use your help. Or are you going to UA? As Aizawa says, well, yes, I'm actually a teacher there. I teach class 1A. As Zuko says, great. So, I have a feeling that they're going to attack UA soon. So you might want to be prepared. Don't tell any teachers, but just become prepared. We don't want the League of Villains to know that we are on their ass. It's always like, I see. You're smart. Izuku says, well, yeah. After that, Aizawa and Izuku, they made a deal with each other that they will help each other locate these League of Villains. And after that, their deal is off. And, and that happens, right? So, Izuku basically is now tracking, and they're tracking down League of Villains at night. As, that happens. So, I'm getting tired. So, in the next part, we're going to start this off with Deku versus the Rhino in broad daylight. Now then, this has been What If God here. Signing off with this new What If. And have a great day, and I hope you guys enjoy. Goodbye.